This is the eastern slope of the Ambuluava mountain, and on the border we have the Gampolo Kurunduwatta road. Now, when witnessing it from the air, we saw how the blaze spread from one point on the road to the mountain area. We also saw how a large area on the eastern slope had been destroyed by the fire. You can see here how much of the small foliage had been destroyed by the blaze. Manager of the Ambuluava Biodiversity Complex, G.W. Chandaratna, said that several saplings had been planted in the area. He also said that the western slopes of the mountain, which were destroyed, was home to a large amount of pine trees. Chandaratna suspects arson as the cause of the fire. An extensive investigation has been launched into the fire. The Ambuluava Reserve is an extremely biodiverse area. About 200 species of flora have been identified in this reserve. The reserve was known as the Ambuluava Biodiversity Complex from the 27th of March 1997. It was a brainchild of Prime Minister D.M. Jayaratna. Today, Ambuluava is not only a biodiversity education zone but also a multi-religious centre and a place where people could relax and enjoy the natural environment. Incidentally, Ambuluava was brought under the Disanayaka Mudyansalage Jayaratna Religious Centre and Biodiversity Complex Fund Act in Parliament in August 2009.
Log on to www.newsfirst.lk to view comprehensive aerial footage obtained by Newsfirst of the fire that engulfed the Ambuluava mountain in Gampala.
Opposition leader Ranil Wickremesinghe made a special statement in Parliament today about the Lessons Learned and Reconciliation Commission report.
It is now reported that a Sri Lankan National Action Plan for Protection and Promotion of Human Rights will be circulated at the United Nations Human Rights Council session in Geneva. The upcoming UN Human Rights Council is crucial for Sri Lanka. Therefore, while the government has the right to present whatever document they want in Geneva, I don't think any of us is contesting that, it is necessary to keep the House informed and table such document in this House. No such action plan has been placed before Parliament. Neither have you kept this House informed as to why this report is being circulated. A document which has not been placed before Parliament is presented in Geneva. By doing this, the government is bypassing Parliament. How is it that the government could take the House into confidence in regard to the LLRC report, but lack confidence in the same House in respect of the National Action Plan? In fact, the government deliberately kept the House in ignorance.
Deputy Leader of the United National Party, Sajith Premadasa, speaking in Parliament today, raised a question regarding the shortage of family health service officers in the Northern Province.
According to the report of the Family Health Service Office in the Northern Province, there are 508 officers. Steps have been taken to appoint Family Health Service officers for every division.
He did not give a proper answer.
– 953 family health officers are being recruited and receiving training.
I have the records. He gave false answers to this House.
Steps have been taken to appoint family health service officers for every division.
At a time when there is a dearth of family health service officers in the Northern Province, it is the ministers who have benefited despite the government's talk of Uturu Wasantaya.
Necessary recruitments have been carried out to fill the existing vacancies. Moreover, we have issued a gazette notification to recruit Tamil-speaking officers from the Northern Province.
Also in Parliament, United National Party parliamentarian Ravi Karnanayaka inquired about the success of Lak Satosa.
Shares in the Lanka Satosa Corporation are in the hands of the Treasury and the cooperative wholesale establishment. Although Satosa owns 45% of these shares, when you consider the lack of financial investment and the grants made by the Treasury, there is a change in ownership of shares. Because of this situation, annual general meetings cannot be held.
කොටස් හිමිකාරයත්වයේ වෙනසක් සිදුවේ. මේ තත්ත්වයේ මත වාර්ෂික මහසභා රැස්වීම පැවැත්වීමට නොහැකි තත්ත්වයක් උද්ගත වී
නෛතික වශයෙන් ඒකේ annual general meeting එකක් තියන්නම අවශ්‍යයි. ඒක ඔබතුමා ඒක නිර්දේශ කරන්න.
Legally, the annual general meeting must be held, so you must recommend that the AGM be held as soon as possible. Otherwise, all its affairs can be declared invalid. Secondly, kindly estimate the values of the shares, because we got rid of this problem, but once again it has become a headache for you. So kindly estimate the shares.
හරියාකාර මිල ලබලා ගන්න කියන එක
ඔබතුමා මේ මන්තුමා උපදේශකයෙක් හැටියට පත් කරගන්න හරිම පහසුයි.
Actually, Honourable Speaker, I have brought this up in Cabinet and have received about 700 million from the Treasury regarding the assets and buildings of Satusa. That is why there has been a delay. After I got back, I took it to Cabinet and we are taking steps.
As an advisor, I am telling you kindly make this a profit-making institution again, because what we built up has been destroyed and you can do it as per your recommendations.
We have become a profit-making institution. In 2011, we made a profit of 78 million.
On to other local news now. The appeal filed by former Army Commander Sarath Fonseca against the decision of the Court of Appeal confirming the second court-martial was taken up before the Supreme Court today.
President's Counsel Ramesh De Silva's junior Sudat Caldera informed court that De Silva was unable to appear on behalf of the former Army Commander today as he is attending another case in the Supreme Court premises. Accordingly, the case was postponed until the 30th of May. Sarath Fonseca requests through this petition to set aside the 30-month prison sentence passed on him by the three-member bench of the second court-martial. This corrupt government says that it cannot be toppled through demonstrations. People are not engaging in protests because they are mad. Kerosene and milk powder cannot be purchased. Bus fares have increased. It's only by showing the people's power by holding demonstrations can we topple the government that came into power through rigged elections. Meanwhile, the former army commander was brought to a private hospital today as well for medical treatment. Corrupt politicians who have come into power through rigged elections can be sent home. People have to come together and demonstrate.